And we're live! Welcome to session 9 of our Burning Wheel campaign. Very excited to be back to it. I feel like it's been ages.
Yes.
We've played so much Dungeon World in the interim.
And it's been so fun.
And it's
We
been
do
so
love it.
fun.
We have been enjoying
This is
it.
less stressful for Abby's characters.
What are you talking about? Dungeon World is fun. Everyone is happy. Only good things happen
Only
There are no consequences.
Yep, no consequences.
of any kind.
So as always, I am Abby. I'm the game master for our Burning Wheel campaign, and we will go through in overlay order, so John, Logan, Sean, and have you guys introduce your characters and go through beliefs, instincts, and then we'll skip traits because they're always the same. So Alphonse / John, go ahead.
John is already starting to freeze a fair amount, so bear with me. Just on you guys' end, so I hope. Yeah, Alphonse is a former military engineer / court page who has been dealing with this inner conflict between the Faith and Royalty and the Magic and Guard. And incidentally, his first belief is to find further allies in that kind of war of influence. Are we going through all of our bits, Abby?
Yeah. I guess not. I said not traits, but all beliefs and instincts, yeah.
Abby?
Yeah!
Uh-oh, we're freezy.
We'll go back to John. Logan.
Hello, everybody. I am playing Venus, our lovely Ganymede. Venus is
You
a
need
new
to bring
man.
that up.
Venus is a new man after last session. All of his beliefs and all but one of his instincts have been updated. He's going to be making some big moves. Some big moves. So, belief number 1 is Alphonse and his petulant uncle are distracting Mia from her task, and thus from my task. The time has come for him to choose a side or be cast aside. And I'm sure John will love that one if he heard it.
It'll be funny if he didn't.
It will be funny if he didn't. Belief number 2. So Valentina only has sufficient love for one child. If I cannot find a way to ruin Victorio in her eyes, then I must simply extinguish him. Though maybe he can be of one last use. Dun dun. Last one. So the council is an outdated waste of time. It's serving merely as an obstacle on my path towards uncovering the whereabouts of the headmistress. I will not let them hinder us any longer. Instincts. So when confronted with my falsehoods, I don't double down and deflect. You double down and deflect. In any interaction, I always have the final word. Always. And then an eye for an eye and a tooth for a tooth, but cross me once and I'll knock your teeth out.
Venus, a lot more aggressive.
Venus has really lost his patience with this whole shebang.
Great. We will do Mia and then come back to John. So Sean, if you want to take it away.
All right. So I'm Sean. I'll be playing Mia, of course. Everyone's favorite forest witch turned into arsonist. Accidental arsonist of note. She's also changed a couple of things. You know, we're trying to gear up for this new kind of second part after this council meeting. So my first belief is the same, but I've changed the next two. So first one is Mia must size up the council and decide whether to expose everything or to lay low, which we should take care of pretty quickly, I think.
Yeah.
Number 2, Bertrand is actively working against me, and if I can't get him on my side, then I will get him out of my way. Because, as Venus also mentioned, Bertrand is just a big pain in the butt at the moment. All right. And then 3, in regards to that recent vision that we've had, the herbs seem so familiar, and I need to find out what potion was used on the headmistress to incapacitate her. Because hopefully that will give us one of our leads, maybe. And then as far as instincts go, I've only changed one this time. First one's the same. I memorize my dreams and visions at the expense of other memories. 2, I did change this one though, and the greater good is more important than any individual. So I'm excited to see how that ends up. And then 3 is still, I sing to myself in moments of quiet and to soothe myself in times of stress.
Perfect. And we'll hop back to you, John.
Okay, hopefully this works out better this time. So Alphonse, I'm just gonna run through the bits before my
go for it.
whatever goes wrong again.
Don't jinx it. You'll be fine.
Knocked on fake wood.
Yeah.
I am going to attempt to find further allies in this war of influence. Venus's loyalties have always seemed to be to himself, or if I were to use I feel statements, I feel that Venus is selfish. And I feel that I need to find out where his loyalties lie and why. And that I need to get to the bottom of the findings in the headmaster's home, including the syringe and the cipher, even if I have to do that independently of Mia and Venus. My instincts, only a couple have changed. No, only one's changed. So when a fight breaks out, Alphonse is the first to the fray, and it seems like we may get to that today. Alphonse will cover any suspicion about his ambition with a speech about how important it is to be a good student or citizen or follower of a specific god or whatever. And Alphonse will call anyone out for going back on their word or beliefs.
Yep.
So he won't own up to what his are, because then he would have to call himself out. But since he doesn't strongly state a belief, he's exempt.
Checks out.
So he is Aaron Berg.
Yep. Checks out. So, last we left off, you guys did a lot of talking to people and exploration and all that kind of stuff. Breaking and entering was the really exciting part. So, you decided, end of last episode, that checking out the headmistress's cabin was a good idea, and it turned out that it was. You got a lot of interesting information from that, some of which included a collection of 5 different scrolls written in a cipher that Mia was able to read with the help of the spirits and harnessing her magic, that basically indicated that the headmistress was nervous about the growing power of the church and aristocracy and taking matters into her own hands. But these ciphers the scrolls don't seem to have been delivered. So this is perhaps new information to you guys that no one else in the city knows. Mia also used her belief, Touch of Ages, to great effect when she touched a little stain on one of the rugs near the bedside of the headmistress's bed, and saw a vision of a syringe falling and breaking and spilling this liquid and some herbs, and I think like a vision of men's shoes walking away. So that's all good information too. And I think we left last episode off with you guys I think Alphonse had stormed off, taking one of the scrolls.
Indeed.
And I think Mia ended up with one too. I think Venus put the rest of the 3 back, maybe. Something like that happened.
Flipped.
Mia didn't take any.
Okay, and
Mia put them all back. Or I put them all back and I slipped one into my pocket.
Yep.
Mia saw it or did not see
Mia
it.
knows that there's some missing.
Yeah.
Y'all probably took some. She doesn't really care that much.
Yeah.
So I think that's where we left off. So currently Alphonse is storming away, and Venus and Mia are left, I think, leaving the cabin as best they can.
And we had talked about looking into the syringes, and Venus had mentioned the House of Pleasure.
Yes. We were headed to the House of Pleasure.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
So, Venus, you know exactly where the House of Pleasure is. You've been there many a time.
Do I?
So you can make yourself, you find yourself there with Mia. Do you want to find Alphonse on the way, or are you just letting him stew in his emotions?
I will. If we bump into him, I'll grab him. But if we don't bump into him, I'm not going to search him
Okay,
out.
sure. I will roll a die of fate.
Die.
You bump into Alphonse.
Oh my
Alphonse.
So Alphonse, you were just like, maybe you're like pacing the courtyard or something, and Venus and Mia like pass you as you're passing them. Or they approach
Alphonse.
you.
Get in. We're going whoring.
I mean, I thought your tuition was already paid for, but I guess if you have to do that to support yourself, power to you.
Alphonse, we're getting to the bottom of this. You're either in or you're out. But
Oh,
Mia and I are in.
well, I thought we already had plans to figure it out. Sure, I mean, if you trust me enough, you didn't seem so sure of it earlier.
Well, now you know.
Apparently.
A lot more than you did.
You said whoring. Where are we going whoring and why?
House of Pleasures. If
Oh,
there's anybody who can tell us about these syringes and how they've gotten into the city, it'll be Valentina.
who's Valentina?
Valentina.
You don't know Valentina?
Oh, was she the one who was at the council meeting?
Yes, she is a council member.
How do you know Valentina?
I have friends in high places. My relation is no matter.
I
Have I taken
would
Mia there before?
suppose.
No.
No. Okay.
Mia's never
Neither
been.
of them
Mia
have ever been there.
Perfect.
You
doesn't
don't know my
necessarily
life.
know Valentina.
No, I don't know her.
I was gonna say, if anyone needs a whore, it's Alphonse.
He is probably asexual, I think.
Mia, I've told her much about you. She's very interested in meeting you.
Oh, well, I do love dashing high expectations.
I have a lot of faith in your ability to do so.
Sure.
Lead
let's
on.
go. I thought though that we.
So let's keep the whoring to a minimum, please.
Yes. Well,
And I know it's hard to contain yourself, Venus.
Please, I don't.
I thought we
Hard
also thought the glass blowers might know something of that syringe.
Well, start in one place, go to the next.
Yeah, we'll start with these blowers and move on to those.
Sure. Yeah.
The much more fun kind.
Oh
That's a
no.
beautiful pun.
To the
So-
whorehouse.
You head off to the House of Pleasures.
The house of pleasure.
A familiar sight to Venus, not one to Mia or Alphonse. It is kind of tucked away in the, like, between the middle and upper class parts of the city. And it's adorned with all sorts of, like, colorful banners and a big sign that says, like, the House of Pleasures. And a very ornate doorway that you enter. And the inside is very, like, it's very well lit. It's very atmospheric. And you see, like a well-dressed man in the corner with, like, a upper-class woman just, like, making out. And there's, like, I assume you're just going straight to Valentina.
Yes, but I grab Mia's hand and I say, Mia, don't touch anything. I don't want you to have that thing happen. And
Mia is also, like incredibly distracted. She's like looking at everything, very interested.
I'm gonna hold her hand and
Like a little bit like a child.
yeah, I'm gonna lead her like a child through this
Yeah.
brothel.
So
And you are definitely like dragging her because she's
Mhm,
not
mhm.
moving quickly.
you lead Mia to the
Alphonse is coming too. I'm just not pulling. him.
yeah. You lead Mia
He's
and
very
Alphonse.
much like hands in pockets, not super interested in touching anything.
You go to that, like, secret, or not secret, more reserved room with the curtain that pulls to the side that you've met your mother a lot of times, and that's where she takes clients. And she is currently by herself, like tidying up, and like that she has a maid in there wiping down the table and just tidying for the next. And you like pull the curtain to the side, and she turns at the sound, and she's like, "Oh, Venus, it's so nice to see you."
Valentina,
Mia like peeks around.
I have
Venus.
company.
Her hair.
As I noticed. Is this that girl you were telling me about?
This is the one and only Mia from the forest. And this is Alphonse.
I have an interjection out of character.
Sure.
Didn't she question her with all of the other council members last session?
Mia has not been questioned
The
yet.
questioning hasn't happened
Oh,
yet.
okay. That was my bad. So
Yeah.
she'll soon see to it. Okay,
I think it's supposed to happen tomorrow, but
fun.
Yes.
Wonderful.
Or yeah, something like that.
Okay.
Within a day or two.
I've been told you've met Alphonse.
were you the city guard representative at the meeting the other day?
I thought your name was familiar when Alphonse mentioned you.
You made
It's so interesting that he would know, I guess, a permanent representative of the council and a more temporary one.
I mean,
surround
Venus
myself
has
with the
lots of
best.
connections, my dear Alphonse. You made quite the impression at that meeting, I will say.
Is Valentina like inordinately beautiful?
Yeah.
Then
Yes.
Mia is just like does like a little curtsy and like nods her head and then is just like staring at her like a little girl looks at a princess
Yeah.
or something
yeah.
like
She's very used to this.
so pretty.
Is that Maiden still in there, or whoever?
They are like wiping the table and kind of they have like a medieval like a velvet roller to like roll off any
lint roller.
hairs. Yeah.
I must speak with her in private. Please leave.
Of course, sir. Of course. And she kind of like bows her head and she leaves.
Is it just the curtain, or is there like a door?
I mean, there's just the curtain. But there was the couple outside, and that's like pretty much it. It's the middle of the day, so it's not. Yeah.
Well, I'll bring my tone down to hushed voice.
Yeah.
We could also attempt some magic. Feels pretty low stakes.
I don't know if I have any magic that can silence an area.
What would that fall under?
Illusion could probably do it.
Yeah.
I'll just turn.
Illusion,
I'll turn to Alphonse and like very uncharacteristically serious of Venus and be like, Alphonse, do not cast any magic here. And then
Oh.
go back.
Um,
We are making progress on that task.
Yes.
Mia has. How would you even explain it, Mia? She has this vision of a utensil that I've seen some of your clients with, and we want to know where one would procure one.
What? Describe this utensil. We use all sorts of things here in the House of Pleasure.
Didn't I draw it out, or didn't Mia draw it out?
Yeah, Mia drew it.
Okay. We have a crude drawing.
He's like, you're crude.
So you get out the drawing.
Mia
and you
takes
show
out her
it, yeah.
drawing. and
You
hands
show it to her. She looks a little bit taken aback, and she's like, "Where would you find one of these in your normal daily routine?"
Oh, and we paid a little visit to the headmistress's chambers.
Oh, I see. Say no more. Follow me.
I
and
can't. I really cannot.
She leads you all out and like takes you upstairs if you follow her, which I assume you all do.
Mhm.
And then when she makes it upstairs, she goes into a library and pulls one of the books, like stereotypically in the bookshelf, and it like opens a secret door that descends into a spiral staircase that goes down. Venus, you've never been here before.
Have I seen it?
No.
I'll pretend like I have.
So you just follow, you go down the spiral staircase.
Mhm.
And it goes down for a while, and it kind of lets out into like a dark tunnel
Oh, jeez.
lined with like
I did not know my mom lived in like horror house.
Yeah. Mia is like looking at Venus like, what? What is happening? Are you sure she's not raising the undead?
Not anymore. But I'm just like, yeah, just
Chester, run for safety, Chester.
Chester kind of squeaks and runs back up the stairs. So yeah, you make it down here. It's like lined with brick, and it's kind of not like sewer damp, but just kind of like underground damp.
Mhm.
And it has like some eerie, like blue-green lights lining this. It's very creepy.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
So she brings you down to the bottom here. She's like, okay, now we can talk in private for real. What you found is a
Are we in a
syringe.
sex dungeon?
Shh. Yes, but shh.
Okay.
And you should not have found that. I mean, I know you've seen them around the House of Pleasure, which I'm sure is why you came to me. But it is a very rare occurrence that even we use them.
We didn't find it per se. Remember
That's-
that thing that I told you Mia could do with her little like woo?
Are you just telling her everything about me?
Mia, she
I
knows
must
all about
say,
you.
this relationship is very interesting. Yeah.
So
I-
she just nods.
Trust Valentina with my life and with both of yours.
Apparently, because
Trying.
now we're in a dungeon.
Which, by the way, I hope this doesn't color Valentina's interrogation tomorrow.
Are you threatening her, Alphonse?
No, I'm warning Mia.
Worry not, Alphonse. I can be very discreet.
I would hope. I guess that comes with the profession.
Venus, just let me tell her.
Well, start talking.
I'm about to. Valentina, I can see things that are from both the past and the future. I get visions, which is why Stella brought me here in the first place. I have the power also to touch objects and see what has happened to them recently. When we were exploring the headmistress's house, I saw a vision that involved this syringe and some kind of potion, and a man must have used it on the headmistress. It wasn't a full picture. But if these things are so rare, there has to be a way to track them.
There is? And why?
And how badly do you want to find the headmistress?
Does this have to do with her disappearing? Or was it just some medication that she needed? I know she is very old.
I always forget she's ancient.
It could have been, but it seems unlikely. Especially because my powers don't necessarily always go that far back, and the time that I seem to be sensing seemed more recent.
Mm-hmm. Why don't
Wasn't there
you...
something about some man injected her and then she like went unconscious or something like that? I don't remember.
I
Yeah.
think that's what's happened.
Okay.
Mia believes that's what's happened, but she doesn't
Okay.
know. because she didn't actually see the headmistress's body.
Oh. Well, that
She only
changes
saw
everything.
She only saw the man's feet and the syringe and the herbs.
Yeah. Mia, please give me a persuasion up to.
All right. Gotta love it. Still learning persuasion.
You can fork in stuff.
Not if you're learning.
Not if you're learning. But y'all could help me.
I mean, can I like
Nah.
vouch for her?
Yeah. I mean, you've basically, all of your experience and sharing information with Valentina is vouching for her. So sure.
Okay.
Take one help. Yeah.
I will. Ooh,
Whoa.
beautiful. 5 on
3
board.
6s!
With 3 6s. Good thing I didn't need them. And I finally know persuasion.
Nice.
Noise.
Well done.
Right, just in time for your meeting. Interrogation.
Alphonse just learned
Uh.
persuasion before he went to the city council. And Mia's
It was not
just learning.
effective.
Yeah, well, you try.
I've never learned anything, so
You're not trying hard enough.
Yeah, try harder.
So,
Fail more.
you present this argument to her and tell her that you suspect that the head, like, whatever was injected was responsible for the disappearance, or partially responsible.
Mhm.
And throughout all of this, she is looking like more and more aghast. And she says, if you would please follow me, I can share more information with you, but not here.
we're already in your super secret dungeon. Where more can we go? Okay.
She's your contact.
DM Abby,
Yeah.
does Alphonse know anything about these secret tunnels in terms of city, like planning / engineering, or if there's a historical context to them?
Let me look at your skills.
I
yeah.
have history.
Give me history.
Yay! This will go
And it'll just be
terribly.
open, and depending on how many you get, then.
Okay, so 0 mod, 0 at the base ob 0.
Yeah.
Okay.
And you can count it as routine. 1.
Yay.
So,
Wow, pretty sad.
throughout the history of the city, there have been, like, legends almost of, like, a black market that resided underground, but nobody's ever found it. So it was always just presumed to be a myth. But I don't like that. Yeah, that's all you would know.
Okay. Cool, thanks.
Yeah. Do you all follow her?
Yeah.
Yes, yeah.
Okay, great.
With
So-
great trepidation.
Yeah, you follow her down this tunnel, and at some point it opens on one of the sides, like into a cave. And the path that you're on is kind of like up above this cave, and at the bottom you see like various like carts being shipped about, and like it's pretty bustling, it's like surprisingly bustling. There's people like holding crates, and there's like little stalls set up and all this stuff. So you kind of pass by this just for a bit as the wall opens up, and then it closes back and you continue down the tunnel. And at some point it gets to a room, and she like takes out a key and unlocks this room and lets you all in. And inside it's designed very similar to the House of Pleasure. Like it's very luxurious and it's well lit. It's not at all like dank and creepy like the rest of the tunnel. And she just kind of gestures for you to sit. And she says, "Wait here, I'll be right back." And she leaves.
Venus, if we die here, I'm going to haunt you in the afterlife.
You haunt me in this life, so what more will change?
Nothing. But you'll never be able to escape.
Valentina
Venus,
will not
it's
kill
so-
us.
It's so interesting that you know Valentina. How do you know she won't kill us?
I know her very well.
How well?
Well, more well than I know you, Alphonse, and you have not yet killed me, so...
That's true. And we've had classes together for at least a couple of years. So you've known
Yes,
Valentina
and I
at
think
least
I've gone
few years.
I've gone to maybe 4
theoretically.
of those classes, so...
Well, 5 counting today. Still, it's just so interesting that you know her so well.
I have
You-
this...
You said
Do you guys want to do like a quick little Duel of Wits? Just a quick little
Sure.
one.
I
I
super
really
do.
do.
Not.
I
God
really,
damn it.
really do.
Ugh.
Let's do like a one round.
Hold on, let me find where I put those things.
It's no fun if it's one round.
Yeah, it will just make it a mini one. It'll be great.
A little mini one. Yes.
I'm just feeling it.
We're moved by the spirit
Wonderful.
of the Duel of Wits.
Add this onto the
I hope the cards are
bloody
there.
versus.
Yeah. Hey, look at that. Nice.
Where is my book? Because I don't remember how to do any of this. I never knew how to do any of this. Oh my god.
All right.
It's okay, just make point after point after point. That's probably your safest bet.
Alphonse, you can walk away from the Duel of Wits if you want. But
you
it
can't
seems
bring
like
up-
you want to fight for it too, so.
You know what? Alphonse may not know exactly what he's doing, but he can put 2 and 2 together.
Okay.
Big moves, Alphonse.
Big moves!
Big moves. Duel
That's
Wits,
our
yeah.
new motto for the rest of Burning Wheel. Big moves. Big burning moves.
We are trying to get through some shit right now, so let's just get through it.
Big burning wheels.
Venus, Alphonse. Oh, jeez. Okay. Venus, please state your... whatever.
My case?
What's your
I
thesis?
owe Alphonse no information about how I know people. And further, wait, okay, statement of purpose is short, right?
Yeah.
I used a point during my statement of purpose.
You just got so excited, you moved right into the duel.
Is this what I want to convince Alphonse?
Yes.
I want to convince Alphonse that I have no real relation to Valentina. I just sort of like deflecting, like I guess,
Sure.
like I just know her, but that is the extent of our relationship.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Does that read well?
I have no real relation to Valentina, and she's just another contact I use. Yeah, that's good.
Okay, great. Alphonse.
Mm.
And it can be like Venus will.
Yeah. Oh, it's how do I do this so that I don't trap myself in a corner?
Either way, you'll probably have to make a concession, so.
Probably Venus will.
Oh, we can use not a big deal. So
Right.
just our will exponent.
Venus will own up to me about this connection if Venus would like me to trust him.
I'm just gonna leave it like that.
Yeah.
Because if
Because
Venus wins, he is sharing the truth with you. Like, and you will believe that.
yeah, that's what troubles me because my thought is that
No, you
whether
don't
or not-
actually.
well, because whether or not Venus comes clean to me, Alphonse still knows that there's some connection and he's going to want to get to the bottom of it.
Yeah.
So it's
One of the big things about Duel of Wits is that you don't necessarily actually convince someone.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
convince the people watching that,
uh-huh.
or you convince them to let it go.
Right.
for
Yeah.
the moment. Like you convince them not to bring it up.
Yeah.
Which for me, for Alphonse, and this would be part of the
So,
terms.
really,
I think mine should
Venus's
be like-
more like Alphonse will drop the subject.
Sure.
Yeah, like I have no relation. Alphonse will drop the subject.
Mhm.
Yep.
Ooh.
Okay.
Ooh.
So,
These are
what are
so
people's
fun.
will exponents? Because we will make this not a big deal.
Mine is
4.
4. Yeah.
Cool.
Oh my god! I just need one challenge though. Logan, put up a good fight because either way, I would like to.
How have you gotten 2 difficult will tests? Dang.
Because I've been in Duels of Wits.
Oh,
He
yeah,
was in
that'll
that
help.
whole
Oh,
thing.
yeah.
Only one of us, character-wise, who is actually a part of that.
That'll help, yeah, for sure.
You'll get yours tomorrow, Mia.
That's true.
True.
So, go ahead and play your 3 cards.
Oh gosh.
Oh god. What is
Time
it?
to
Do we hit
choose, boys.
choose?
Yes.
Yeah, you get to choose. You can't play the same one.
I
In a row.
forgot what they all do.
So,
It'll
let
tell
me
you.
just refresh people.
They're so small though.
Click
Yeah.
on it,
Oh shit! Wow.
and it zooms out.
So you can avoid, which means you veer off topic, even to the point of sounding desperate or ridiculous. Avoid successes basically subtract from your opponent's point, obfuscate, or insight, so they just protect you from the verbal attack. You can dismiss, which means you loudly declare that your opponent knows nothing about the topic, and furthermore, he's a fool and dullard and shouldn't be listened to any further. Both of you are not allowed to dismiss on the first action, because that would be too powerful.
It's a power move.
You can feint, which I think it bypasses rebuttal and it attacks feint, insight, and obfuscate. So it also protects you from damage, just in a different way. Insight is just insulting the person, and it could make them hesitate. You can obfuscate and try to hide what you're talking about or hide your point. And that can hinder your opponent and give you benefits to your next ones. Point is just the standard like damage doing action. Rebuttal, you go after a point and then you can use it to both attack and defend yourself. You split the die pool between both. And that's all of them. It's that
Yeah,
simple.
the big thing's making sure you have a skill that is
Exactly.
tested for the right ability.
Yeah, you're right.
I think both
The
of you
right
have
choice.
persuasion, which is good for most things.
It's true. Thank God. I'm just taking cards after I put them out there and don't want to use them, so we'll deal with that later.
Fun, fun, fun. Mia's just watching, her eyes pinballing back and forth as you argue. She might chime in. I haven't decided yet.
If I flip a card, will
Oh yeah,
everyone see
Mia
it?
could help.
I don't
Yeah.
remember.
Yeah, if you flip it, then everybody sees it.
Oh God, I don't want to do that.
Oh, what? Oh my god, I love it. Let me make sure I have all of these. Just points for this. Perfect. Perfect.
And you can spend fate or Arth. Or
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Arth of
Get
any kind if you want.
Christ,
Get
that's
ready.
such bad news. How do I?
Well,
make
you
a-
can literally use persuasion for everything.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And you
it's
can
true.
fork stuff
Yeah, you
Oh
can.
god.
while you're, but it has to be
It
related
has
to
to
your
be-
body of argument.
Yeah. It has to, the RP has to allow it.
Yeah,
Oh god, okay.
it's got.
Are you both ready?
In the fiction.
Yeah, absolutely.
In a way, sure. Let's say yes.
Okay.
I forgot what I put for first, so this is going to be
Go
a
ahead and
surprise for
flip.
everyone.
Very
I forgot what I had
exciting.
for second, so that's
Oh.
Who's shocked?
No one.
Ugh.
So, I think, Alphonse, you'll start, and then Venus will follow you up. So,
Sure.
whenever you're ready.
Well, it's very obvious that Venus has had a prior and long-standing connection to Valentina.
Mm-hmm.
Firstly, because as Venus pointed out, he's known Valentina for much longer than I, and he's known me for at least a couple of years. He's been to the House of Pleasure several times. He even mentioned these, as he called them, let me read from the affidavit. That's the wrong one. No, that is the right one. He mentioned utensils, aka syringes. And he
I don't
seemed
go to
be
class,
very
Alphonse.
familiar terms with her, even feeling comfortable enough to dismiss her chambermaid. And
She was not an
finally-
important person. She clearly could have been dismissed.
And finally, I would like to point out that both of their names start with V, and I think for such uncommon
It's a
a letter as
coincidence.
that is not a coincidence. I
That's such
rest
a
my
bizarre
case.
thing to say, especially for someone who hasn't read a book because you're banned from the library, Alphonse.
That's not true. That's obfuscation.
But you
And,
were.
I am
You
recently
were banned
allowed
from the
back
library,
into
were
the
you not?
library.
Why were you banned from the library, Alphonse?
Well, as you'll recall, I was being a true champion of the cause of finding the truth, which we are going to get down to
Finding
today.
the truth by
Your
getting banned
lies
from the
will
library.
no longer be allowed in
Your
this city.
story is falling apart.
People need the truth, and they are going to get it.
Mia creates a gavel out of nothing. Order! Order in the court!
So, what? Obfuscate goes first, I think.
No, point. Well, it's a versus. Obfuscate is versus, so point
Okay, yeah, so you can both
goes
just
first.
yeah, point goes first. You're right.
Cool. I think I was trying to go for persuasion, and I think. Oh my god! I guess I wasn't trying to fork anything in.
Yeah, I think just persuasion.
Oh, SpaghettiOs.
I just don't. Most of my stuff is very hard to fork in.
Yeah.
What am I supposed to do? Like
Fork in engineering, Alphonse. Come on.
right? Yeah. And as we all know, his bed is of the same design as hers, and we know how much each of their beds get used, and that is a strong connection.
You've
Yep.
never been into my room.
That's
I
true.
have two. I deposited.
I've
you
never
there
been
when-
into my room.
I've deposited you there when you were drunk out of your mind.
Roll your persuasion, John.
Yes, 0 mod, 0 Artha, base 0.
Yep.
Slowly but surely catching on.
Whoa.
Only a 3 success.
I mean, 3's pretty good. All right, Logan.
I was using falsehood and I wanted to fork an ugly truth.
Yep, I think that's fine.
Ugly truth.
Yeah, you didn't go to the library, or you were banned from the library.
You were banned from the
It's an
library.
ugly truth.
And then if I wanted to use Artha,
Yeah.
what would I do?
Persona is before, Fate is after.
I
Because 3 damage is a lot, Logan.
will
When you only have
spend.
4.
I will spend a persona.
Okay.
Yikes.
Oh god.
Oh, SpaghettiOs.
So you get 2 modifier.
Character.
Wait, isn't it just 1 and 1?
One
Yes.
modifier, one Arthur.
1 modifier, 1 Artha. Base,
Yep, yep,
base
yep,
obstacle
yep, yep.
3.
Yeah. You just have to meet it.
God damn. I'm gonna spend a fate and open in that
Yeah.
6. My god. Oh my god. What do I do? I just roll a d6.
Yeah.
Come on, Logan. Come on.
There you go.
go.
So, Obfuscate wins. So, Alphonse loses his current action and gets flustered by being banned from the library, and that is a fact that he never thought would happen. But you didn't exceed the obstacle, so nothing else happens. Flip your next card.
On to the next one.
Nice.
Oh my gosh.
All right.
Ooh.
We'll start with Venus this time.
What? How am I supposed to obfuscate a point that hasn't? Oh, sorry.
No,
Yeah.
he's gonna try and incite you and then
You're not
obfuscating is
Venus,
just a-
John.
Yes, I'm not Venus. That's the
Oh,
biggest
there we
deal.
go.
I'm used to being put on the defensive. That's all
Yeah.
it is.
I know. Insult
Alphonse.
him, Logan.
Alphonse, you think that you're smarter than you are, but your little book doesn't tell you about how people interact. Okay, so I can know people that you don't know that I know, and it doesn't matter how I know them because I don't know Valentina beyond what I've told you. Okay, and so you and your dumb little notes that have gotten you into a lot of trouble, you can just take them, and you know where you can put them? I'll tell you where you can put them. Actually, I'm not going to tell you where you can put them
In
because
a
this is
sex
rated.
dungeon.
This is rated PG. Okay,
No, it's not.
so maybe take your little, and I'm gonna like take a couple steps towards him.
Uh-huh.
And I'll be like, "How about you use your strong muscles? You like to work out. You're so strong. You take your strong arms and take your dumb notes and just shove them somewhere. Okay?
So bad. So
You've given me
bad.
so much ammunition.
Obfuscate that, John.
I could keep going. I have a lot to say on.
I am so excited to obfuscate this. Venus, I don't think I need my books. As you've pointed out, I didn't have access to the library, but I can read and write a little better than you. You mentioned not knowing Valentina much more than we've already discussed, but we haven't talked about the years that you've known her. And as for where you've said I can put my notes, I think we both know that that orifice is a little wider for you than it is for me. Now, when it comes to those ridiculous muscles you just seemed to really want to spend time talking about and looking at and getting closer to,
I have forks I have to
agree.
use,
I
Alphonse.
agree. I can put them somewhere. I don't think you'd like them in your face, throat, or stomach like I
Would I
could
not?
do.
Alphonse?
You tell me. But I do know that
Oh god.
really just none of what you're saying makes sense. I think you are just a sex-crazed individual.
This time Mia has
Whoa.
a fan and she's
That
fanning
is
herself.
strong.
And she's
Okay,
like,
Logan.
order in the court.
Okay, what was I trying to use?
This is so bad.
So I think that was supposed to be soothing platitudes, which I don't actually have. Hold on. That was supposed to be.
I mean, you can roll with something that's untrained, John, if you want
That's
to.
true. I think that would have been closest to. Oh my god, I hate all of it.
Ugly Truth works too, I think.
It probably would have been closest to Ugly Truth.
Yeah,
so
I
let me
agree.
add that.
Sure.
Can anyone be a doll and look at what that rolls?
I think I go first, right? Because I'm.
Yeah. Venus.
You do.
And it's a versus test.
Insight is.
It is.
Yeah, Obfuscate is versus yours, and
Mm-hmm.
your roll, Logan, is versus 4.
Versus 4.
Right? Does Insight. How does Insight behave with Obfuscate? Oh, it is
We
versus.
just- We'll just do a versus test, and then if
Yeah,
I
yeah, yeah.
win, he makes the steal test.
Yep, you're right.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah.
So Logan rolls first.
Okay, let's see. I'm gonna use.
Logan, when you're looking at that, what skill does it use?
What does what use?
Ugly. No, sorry. You're using something else. What does Ugly Truth use?
Will.
Will, thank you.
I wanted to use falsehood, ugly truth, because Alphonse is not as smart as he thinks.
I think
he is.
start with Ugly Truth and then Fork and Falsehood. I'm sorry, but it's
What about
true.
what about seduction?
No.
Yeah, I don't know about that one. That one was pretty weird.
Oh, that's fine.
It didn't seem like to incite someone and seduce them at the same
No,
time.
because
Yeah.
It was a bit of a stretch.
flirted with Alphonse in the past, and he did not like it.
That's true.
He just
Oh,
doesn't
so
like
you were
you.
seducing him to make him more angry.
Yeah,
Unsuccessfully.
the roll will tell us that. Oh god, okay. Is that all I want to do? I think that's all I want to do. What?
Oh. Chat says the ugly truth is perception based. I didn't actually look it up. But I trust
God.
Oh no. That's fine because I've actually changed it to poisonous platitudes. Does anyone know that off the top of their head?
Poisonous platitudes, I don't think you can have because I think that's an orc skill or a dwarf skill or something. Yeah.
I think
Yeah.
you can. I think you can only use ones you have.
That or you have to do it untested.
Yeah.
It's an
Well, I'm
orc
doing
skill.
a
Poisonous
thing.
platitudes
Of
is, so you
course
can't do
it's
that.
an orc skill.
Fine.
uh,
I don't think my beauty is a poisonous platitude or an ugly truth, but
That's
okay.
weird. The ugly truth is perception.
Yes, it is.
I
So
have
ugly
it. I should look.
truth.
I also
I-
have it. It's
I would like to fork in. So I mentioned putting my fist or my big muscles on his face, throat, or stomach. So I'd like to fork in brawling.
I have ugly truth as will. Have I been doing it wrong? It doesn't matter for me though. Never mind.
Let me see if it matters for me.
I don't think either of
It
us have a.
does. It does matter for me because my perception is higher than my will.
Yeah, but you round down. It's half rounded down.
Oh, well then yeah, it doesn't matter for me. Okay. In which case, yeah, then I won't worry about it. I would have liked to have forked in brawling, and
I don't think you. I don't. You could fork in brawling if you actually punched him, but you
Yeah.
what?
Because
You talked about putting my notes or my hands or my
If
fist
I don't get
somewhere,
seduction, you don't get brawling.
and I told him explicitly where I could put my fist.
yeah,
So-
you can. If you have intimidation, you can fork that in, John.
Wow, that's so rude. I'm getting intimidation soon now, Abby, just because of that. I am. Is my base ob 1?
Yes.
I can't remember. How do you do difficulty?
Oh!
How is your ugly truth 5?
I used perception.
Oh, it's
It's unskilled, which is why his ob went up.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
So.
Wow.
Okay.
Okay.
So you exceeded the obstacle, so Logan suffers a +1 ob to his next action.
Sucks to suck, Logan. I mean Venus.
There you go.
Oh, thanks.
All right. Flip the next ones. You've just been canceling actions left and right.
I know.
I know. Y'all have to actually do damage.
Oh, here
Can
we go.
we even do a rebuttal versus a
can do it.
It's a versus a dismiss. So yes.
Interesting. I don't think. Okay.
I keep losing my page. Ugh.
Against rebuttal, subtract emerging success. So either way, really, this doesn't do anything for our arguments.
No, Venus is just gonna dismiss Alphonse, and then Alphonse is gonna rebut that dismissal.
Fine. So pretty much the entire last round.
Yep. Just the same old, same old.
Oh God.
But dismissal gets. Yeah, you get a +2 for the dismissal, but you've got a +1 ob
Yeah.
because you lost to obfuscate.
And I can only fork in the things on the dismissal list.
You can fork in other things. You can just test the things on the dismissal list.
Okay. Okay, good, because I
I
only have one
believe.
of them. Perfect. And ugly truth. Here we go. Alphonse, it's really not important. I don't owe you how I know Valentina. I know that you think that there's something more important, and guess what? There is something, because your little inquiry is not important at all. So I'm not even going to respond to your little question, okay? And further,
And further,
If you do keep pressing, bad things might happen, Alphonse, at the school. I know you care deeply for your grade, and it would be a shame if someone somewhere were to affect your grade. Because I know that would hit you the hardest, Alphonse.
Nice extortion forking, Logan.
Thank you.
Cute.
I'm trying to see, can I
Cute.
fit in soothing platitudes? No.
no,
No.
you just extorted him.
I extorted you. And Alphonse, to that end, you didn't know that I know Valentina. You don't know who I know at school. I know a lot of people at school. I have my ways of meeting people, my intrigue beyond your imagination, Alphonse. I'm wise in it, one might say. And that is... And you're a fool and a dullard, and you shouldn't be listened to it.
If you're quite finished.
I am.
Wonderful. Okay, so we can only fork in things that are in each.
No, you can
section.
fork in whatever you want.
Whatever.
You can only
Okay.
test, like your base
Yeah.
test is the list.
Oh, perfect. Okay, cool. Where was I going with this? Wonderful. Interesting. Okay. But Venus, if you really do want something to come out of all of this, and if you want us to work together as a team and to get to the bottom of this, I do need to trust you. So whether or not you owe it to me, it certainly would make things a lot easier. And as to whether or not it's important that I find this out, I mean, we both have seen how much influence that the religion and nobility of the city have had on the city so far. And although nothing disastrous has come of it yet, no doubt something will. As for my grades, I didn't realize you were sleeping with the assistant headmaster, but if that's something that you would really like to talk to her about, you're certainly welcome to. I mean, I believe in all kinds of non-traditional families. But really, I mean, I guess if you just don't care enough for me to trust you, I can go about finding these answers on my own. So you're welcome to make whatever choices you'd like, Venus. But it makes you a coward and untrustworthy.
Whoa.
Finis.
Alright, so I think Alphonse has to roll first.
Oh.
Because you divide between your attack and defend.
All attack, no defend.
Oh, okay. That's not what I expected.
Because nothing matters. Wait. Nothing matters.
What?
So that just means I roll all four for
Yeah,
attack.
so what were you using?
Persuasion.
Yep.
'Cause I was
Forking
trying to
in
get him-
anything?
I don't know that I had anything to fork in
I
outside
could see history,
of-
maybe?
Maybe, because I said no tragedies yet, but probably soon. If you'll let me, I'll do it. If not, I won't.
I vote no.
Of course you vote no.
I was thinking it when you were saying it, so I think you get it.
Okay. So that's one mod.
Yep.
Sweet. 0.
And you're doing
Okay.
all attack?
Yeah.
Okay.
Let me double check. So,
If Logan doesn't kill you, he doesn't get an action next round.
oh, hold on. I have to put at least one die in pool.
Yes.
Okay.
I wasn't even looking.
So
I just sort of
actually-
assumed we were
So you have
only
5
doing-
dice total.
yes. Okay. So we will do. Wait, how would I do that? Would I?
So you can do 1 defense die plus these 4
Yeah.
attack die.
Okay, so I would just roll these separately.
Yeah,
instead
you
of
just
doing
have to
the
do it manually.
persuasion. It's /R, right? Space.
No, it's r/.
God damn it! Every time. Unless you're lying to me, in which case I swear.
I
to God.
honestly don't know anymore, so.
Okay, well we're gonna do the 1d6 for
You
defense.
can just use.
You can also use this little dice roller on the side.
We're gonna do that. So defense. does not succeed.
No,
Yep.
no defense.
But then attack,
You get
I have
3.
3.
Yep.
Which means
So I'll just
So
take
Logan
that now.
just takes
'Cause-
the 3 damage
Yep.
no matter what.
wow. Okay.
All right, Logan.
Okay, so I had to use Ugly Truth because it was the only one that was available to me. And then I wanted to fork in. What did I fork in? Extortion
Yep.
and Intrigue Wise.
Intrigue wise,
Extortion.
by sleeping with people in your professorships.
I was like, you don't know who I know. I have my ways to know people. Clearly, I know more people than you think I know.
Oh, I believe you know quite a few people in the
Extortion.
biblical sense.
What do you guys think? Sean, what do you think? You're the tiebreaker.
Wait, sorry, I was looking at rules.
Intrigue wise or no for Logan?
For his
For his
dismissal?
dismiss, yeah.
Didn't you already have extortion?
Yeah,
Yeah?
And you want intrigue wise?
Can you not fork in more than one thing?
you can.
You can, but I just don't feel like you actually have real dirt on. You don't have real dirt on Alphonse.
Yeah,
Mhm.
it's not
Mhm.
intrigue wise
Mhm.
on Alphonse. It's I'm wise on intrigue and I'm using that fact against Alphonse.
No.
Just
I don't think that's how
extortion.
wises work.
Whatever.
We've been pretty loosey-goosey with the wises, but I'm pretty sure that's not exactly how it works.
And then I have +3. So I guess that's +3 total then. And the op goes up by 1, so he has 1 defense.
Oof,
Yeah.
Pretty
Yeah.
scary.
That is how it would be.
Oh,
Oh.
Oh.
that was really bad.
That was bad.
So you do 1 damage?
That was awful.
That was bad.
That's
And
wonderful.
that's really good for Alphonse.
And you
'cause-
hesitate for
yeah.
your next volley.
Do
Wow.
we keep going, or is that?
Yeah, you
Yeah,
keep
we
going.
keep. You
So
keep going.
let me.
I also thought it was over after one thing.
Unless
Yeah, 'cause I
you
thought you
unless
could-
you walk away.
Yeah, you can walk away.
I don't know, Logan. Do you want to have a major compromise? Or
I don't know. Can't
risk
he
it?
walk away? Because he started it.
I mean, you could just not want to be in the argument anymore, and then Alphonse can take that as he will. So
Mhm.
It would
I
also
mean-
affect Mia's opinion of probably.
Yeah.
But
In.
That's fine. I'll just stop talking.
But that would make it a major compromise, wouldn't it?
I have no idea. I don't know the rules, John.
it doesn't matter. I mean, either you're gonna
It
lose
is-
or you're gonna have to give up on this train anyways. So
That's okay. So in resolving the, it's 398. What I see is it involves winning or losing arguments by amount of dice. Is that what those 4 hit points basically are?
It would be I lost, but you owe me a minor compromise.
yeah, of course.
Sure. Okay. Yes, that makes sense to me.
So then it would be like, yes, Alphonse,
Oh, you
there's
wait.
more to Valentina and I's relationship, but it's neither here nor there. So maybe just drop it for now.
I think
You have to
if-
figure out. Yeah, you'll have to agree on a
Yeah,
compromise. You
no.
can't.
yeah, you can't just do that. Because obviously, if that's what brought us here past what I thought was mostly a mythological black market, this isn't just a fleeting connection.
So are you continuing? Because you don't have to keep making arguments if you don't have cards played.
I think we're doing the minor compromise, right, Logan?
I
Yeah,
think
we're working out our compromise.
somebody has to be knocked out in order for you to compromise.
yeah,
I
but
walked away.
Logan's gonna hesitate either way. So
Oh, that's true.
John can just do a point, and unless he rolls 0.
Yeah, so
which
just
is
roll base
possible.
persuasion, John.
Oh, this can't end well because that's how my luck is. Base persuasion.
Because that would be what you would want to
So we're
do for
saying-
point. And you just need
But,
one.
okay.
Zermatt-
This
Yeah.
doesn't make sense. He has to double it though, because it's not trained. But he still needs 0.
It's trained.
Oh,
Persuasion's trained.
what's not trained? You had something not trained.
Ugly truths.
Oh, okay.
Which I
And
need to mark
if you
as
do an
done.
untrained one, you half the successes usually, unless you have an ob to be versus, and then it's doubled.
It already doubled its ob, yeah. So he's fine.
So still base ob 0.
Yeah.
Got exactly what I needed.
Whoa, that was close.
We're not
Side
doing very
note.
well.
Side note,
Okay, yeah. So
I rolled ugly truth 3 times and it was untrained. Is that 3 things to mark?
no, you get the
No.
highest of them,
You only get 1.
Tragic. Okay.
or I guess you get to choose whichever one you want. But
For learning purposes.
if it's learning, then it doesn't matter. You just take one. Yeah.
Okay, good to know. Got it.
What's the compromise?
Well-
Have you decided?
No. They're trying to figure out the compromise.
Okay.
So I think you can tell me your relationship to Valentina and how you know her, and I will. Ooh. Okay, hold on. I want part of the compromise to be that I'll stop asking you questions about. I want to figure out the exact amount of information that I need for you to truthfully share before I agree to stop asking. And so I think it is how long have you known each other, and in what capacities have you two been connected?
I think I'm just gonna tell you that she's my mother, and then
Yeah.
you stop asking about it.
Is
Yeah.
that satisfactory?
Yeah.
Okay.
That
I
was
don't
part
even
of the
have to write
compromise.
that down as a compromise because it'll just.
No, you don't.
All right.
I'm happy.
I rolled so bad.
Yeah, you did.
You did. But you rolled really good during the council meeting.
Well, yeah, but
so-
that wasn't me.
I know. Too bad. But you affected city politics. so-
I did in a major way.
Yeah, in a major way.
So, this whole argument like comes to its climax, and I think does Venus just like blurt it out, and then like how does that look?
Yeah, I think like Alphonse just keeps rambling on like to know like blah blah blah, and I'm just like, she's my mother, Alphonse, and then I just
Yeah.
like it hangs in the air, and then she comes back.
Yeah.
So the conversation's over.
Yep.
Mia's like,
Yeah, so this all happens, and the truth comes out for Alphonse, and then Valentina comes back with a merchant guy who's carrying like a black briefcase thing.
Is it the merchant on the
Mm-mm.
council?
No.
Okay.
do I recognize his shoes?
Make a perception check.
Oh god.
That's an awesome idea.
Maybe just go touch his shoes.
Make it ob one.
Sir, can I please touch your shoes?
She's a shoe shine professional.
What the
These
heck?
are very obviously brown shoes and not black shoes.
And not the black
Mm.
shoes.
Very obviously. They're also a different size, you can tell that.
Oh
Whoa.
man, I'm just a shoe expert now.
They're actually sandals.
I could use 5 successes on other things, not determining shoes, but it's okay. All right. Who is this man?
So Valentina brings this man in, and he does not talk. She kind of like says, "Oh, I've brought Mr. Robert here to show you his goods. Hopefully they
Ooh.
will. Hopefully they will be of some interest to you and help you in your investigation. So he walks over, and he kind of takes this like briefcase thing and he opens it up, and you see a couple of syringes and vials laying in there. He kind of like inquisitively looks at you as he gestures towards them.
I guess are all the syringes the same?
No, there's different sizes of them, like maybe 3 different sizes.
Mm-hmm.
And you can tell that I think it would be the smallest one is the one that you saw in the vision.
One that was used.
Yeah.
So Mia like goes over there and looks over them, and then without touching anything, and kind of then looks at him and is like, what sells the most? Do you go through
gestures towards the middle-sized one.
the middle-sized one? Very, very interesting. And these small ones, have you sold any of them recently?
He nods.
To how long ago? Oh shoot. Do we know how long ago the headmistress disappeared?
It's
Like,
been
in a week?
3 weeks, 4
Nice.
weeks now? Because Mia was in
wasn't
the
here when
dungeon
she-
for like a week and a half, so.
Yeah. Well, and how long had she been gone even before they cast the spell on the
A couple
school?
weeks, yeah.
Yeah.
Mm.
That was a long time ago.
Yeah.
Okay.
He, as you're like thinking, he like gestures and he pulls kind of like the, in like a board game box, how the insert like comes out and you can store things underneath it. That's what he does to this briefcase. And there's like a little pad folio underneath. And he pulls that out and opens it up and kind of like goes through and like holds it out to you, and you can see like a list of sometimes names, sometimes like physical descriptions, and then how much are bought.
What an awful smuggler. He keeps the names of all of them. Jesus.
I mean, he only has names for a couple people.
Oh
Yeah.
my god. Hopefully he's never raided by the FBI or something.
Sure. I'm sure quite a few of these are nobles. Actually, as I look through this list, Abby, do I see any nobles' names?
Hold on. Let me look at your skills. What would be applicable?
Philip Gregory's
Maybe
definitely on some uppers.
history. That's the only one I can count. Either history or rule of law.
I'll just call it straight perception.
Sure.
It'll be 3.
Okay. 0.
With a partial success in there. At like
With a partial
yeah,
success.
at
Oh,
2.
okay.
Okay.
3v3.
Nice. Who is even on the council?
It could be a no. Like I see and I know.
You see.
Bertrand.
Wouldn't that be a twist? You see Valentina's name, or a description of her a couple times. Probably her
course.
name. I think she's pretty well known. But other than that, I think maybe you see like Isaac's name on there a couple times.
Isaac.
The
Really?
cook?
Yeah.
He's got a drug addiction.
That explains why he doesn't remember anyone. Oh my god, Abby. How long have you been playing? I'm appalled.
Why did you do this to Isaac?
This
And
is
then
a huge issue. Oh my god, there's an epidemic in America and our city. Ugh.
And then you see a couple names written in that cipher. But you can't, you don't know the cipher well enough to...
Sure, but I did decode it last session.
Yeah.
Can
But
I
he's,
write them
flipping through
down?
it to where Mia wants to point, towards the approximate dates. So you just catch a glimpse of it.
Before, like, she can do her investigation, but before he puts it away, I'm gonna say, guys, my family member on there.
Okay, so Mia.
Yeah, Mia is like a month ago, approximately.
So
Did
he
you
like
sell?
has a little tab that says like the
1
month
month
and
ago.
the year, and he flips to it and he holds it out to you.
Man, this is so
This
easy.
is so nice. Wow.
Venus, come here and look with me.
Certainly, Mia. Okay, I come over and read for her.
Oh, that's
Do you
perfect.
see? I don't think I see anything out of the ordinary, but maybe we should make a
Let me
copy
double
of the
check for
list.
you.
Make a perception up too.
Me?
Yes.
Not me.
Can I forkin read?
No, because you can't fork into skills or stats.
Oh shit, you're right. Yeah.
Do you have research? Maybe it's research. I don't
No,
think
I
it is,
don't
though.
have research.
It'll
I
just be
look like
perception. That's good.
Do I need to do
Okay.
magic?
Too late. Ob 2.
Yeah. Whoa.
Whoa.
Nice.
4 to 2.
So you're just looking. What are you looking for, like specifically?
Anything that jumps out at me.
Okay.
Any
he
like
have the-
teachers' names? Any
Yeah, he has
public
the
figures?
sizes of them, right?
Yeah, yeah,
I
yeah.
want the people
Quantity
who bought
purchased and okay.
the people
So-
who bought, maybe ruling out people who bought large quantities, like
Yeah.
maybe people who bought like maybe 1 or 2 of the
Yeah.
small ones around this time.
Yep. So there is a description for like a tall woman with red hair that bought 2 around that date, and she doesn't, I mean, you don't recognize her description that he has down. There's a description of like a younger, like mid-20s male that came and purchased from him. But there's not like, he notes that there was like he was wearing like dark clothing and had dark hair, but it is less specific than the others. There's a couple more descriptions of like people. There's one that is like a middle-aged woman that had come and visited him, and she had not been before, so he makes like a note of that. And I think on the description of the like darker haired guy, there's like a note that he had, like he had visited the like the herbalist station or something. Yeah, so he notes that, and he notes that he was like very good looking and very friendly to talk to.
Mia, do your little thing. And I like pick up her finger and I put it on the name or the description of that guy.
It's like, it doesn't work like that. And it's too long ago.
Too long ago. What?
Um,
Here,
I'm-
tell me more about this. And I address the man.
He gestures.
I'm gonna give him a trait. Does he not have a tongue?
He's not talking.
Do you not have a tongue? Does he not have a tongue, Mother?
She said, unfortunately, Robert came across some unfriendly people at one point in his life. But he does very well for it, regardless, and he nods enthusiastically.
Yeah, he's here. I just need to know if he is unable to speak because of a lack of tongue.
He
'Cause
cannot
Do we have a
speak.
way to give people tongues?
I can give them abnormally long-tongued.
Oh, no. He does not have a tongue.
Okay, Robert, come here. I'm gonna just sort of,
Robert nervously looks at Valentina, and she just kind of like nods at him encouragingly, and he cautiously walks over to you.
Okay.
I
Well,
hate
I'm
this.
going to say, Robert, I'm gonna need you to trust me. Just open your mouth and close your eyes, and then I'm going to jam my fingers into his little stump tongue and cast the spell open wide and say, ah. I'm gonna give him the trait long tongue.
Oh my god. Great. Let me
Which I
find.
think is it's not detrimental at this point. This is the only time I could see this trait not being a detriment.
beneficial.
True.
Ah,
After we resolve this, Abby, while this is going on,
Yeah.
can I start flipping through his book again?
He does have his eyes closed.
yeah.
I know, that's why I want to do it.
Hold on. I'll come back to you. If I can just
Mhm.
find where is art magic. There it is. I found it. Trait. So does it just cost 1?
2.
Oh,
It costs
At least.
the
2?
skill is 2? No, like the actual trait.
There's no way that it costs more than 1.
Yeah.
Oh, I had no
But I
idea.
guess we should look it up for consistency.
Oh.
Skills, traits. Abnormally, at least it's in the A's.
Is it in the A's? It's not under long tongue.
Abnormally long tongue, 1 point. So it's ob 1 plus trait point cost, which is ob 2, plus single target, which makes it ob 3. And you're just doing it for 1 test?
Yeah, I just want him to tell us.
Yeah. Perfect. So ob 3, sorcery.
Okay, great. Dumb. Okay. Anyone want to help me, Mia? You want to
What am I
aid?
doing?
You want to aid me? Oh wait, I want to name it. I named
You
it.
named it, yeah.
How much is it to cast?
3, and I have 3.
Okay, I'll help.
Uh,
She kind of waves her fingers.
and I could spend a fate to get 1 more, right?
You spend a fate after you can reroll a failed die. A traitor.
Do I need your help? Sure. God, fine.
Do you want to fail or not?
No, base on 3. Wow, thanks, Mia.
3 for 3. Good thing I helped.
Yeah, so I like stick my little fingers, my little
Yeah.
fingies into his open, gaping
Little
mouth,
thingies.
and then like I just, it's sort of like he gags, and like as he gags, like just a tongue pops out.
I hate
Terrible.
it so much.
That's
It's
so
awful.
terrible.
This is
Great.
horrifying.
Let me
This is
add the spell
lovely.
open wide and say, gives the trait abnormally long tongue. Am I ever gonna cast this again? Who knows?
I hope so.
Hopefully. So, he magically sprouts an abnormally long tongue. And it kind of like you remove your hand and you like your fingers kind of drag it out of his mouth and it kind of just hangs there. Oh my
Venus,
God.
what did you do?
Robert, I need you to tell me more about this man. In the best way you can. I know it's going to be a little difficult for you, but blah, 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 blah. It's fine, Robert. No one's around to hear. Just speak.
He goes like, oh jeez. I have to compose myself.
Come on, Abby, get it? You got a character. You're a character actor.
You remove your fingers from his mouth and he goes like,
Call me
what
tough,
have you done?
No, Robert, control yourself. Speak calmly.
Come on, Abby, we're waiting.
He like turns away from you and tries to leave, and Valentina's like, no, you have to stay, and she holds him. He's like,
Remember when Alphonse told me absolutely no magic and was kind of a bitch about it?
That was me.
Or sorry, when Venus told Alphonse, my name's
and he like calms down in her gentle grasp. And she kind of like turns him back around towards you and like places him in front of you.
She definitely has white soothing platitudes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Definitely.
See the dragon.
And he... I need to not read the chat because it's making me laugh more.
This is funner, okay? Who needs paper when you can have long...
I know. That's what I just said. No, Abby, get in character.
I'm in
You're
character.
long-tongued.
So he turns to you and he's like, what do you want to know?
That was beautiful.
Yeah.
Just more about this man. Any identifying features? Did he do a name? How did he talk? Anything like that?
Flamboyant. And
Oh, flamboyant.
and dark hair. Same
Yeah.
bit. War purple.
Can I describe Delfino?
You describe Delfino and he like nods vigorously. Like and then his tongue like recedes back into his mouth and he has no tongue again.
Thank you, Robert. You've been very...
He leaves very quickly.
I give him his book back.
Yeah.
I
And
had
his
it for
suitcase full of...
safekeeping.
He was about to leave it. You didn't have to give it back.
I assume I had enough time to read it.
Yeah. So make me an inconspicuous roll, Alphonse.
Okay, can I fork in reading?
Read it, sure. Why not?
Might as well. We just gave a man a long tongue.
An abnormally long time.
5 in reading. I feel like I should get just this one. Plus
It's up 2. No, 3. That's up 3.
Oh my god, Ob 3.
Yeah.
I feel like I helped by this man freaking out about having a tongue.
Oh my god, yeah, no kidding. 1 versus 3.
Okay, so
Oh, shit, yeah,
this
never
was
mind.
just to see if Valentina noticed. So she does.
Oh,
but
okay.
yeah,
Oh, sure. I don't care about Valentina now.
yeah. It's
The whole
interesting
purpose
for
of
her to
this-
notice, though. So that's
Sure,
fine.
the whole purpose of this was that's fine. I'll have that discussion with her later if it comes up.
Um,
But do I get to read and like memorize the ciphers?
Yeah, so you can note them in your notebook if you want, and like
Okay.
save them for later. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm going to try to be. So was the inconspicuous for the reading or for the noting them down?
Both. It's like
Okay.
grabbing the notebook and noting them down, and I mean, yeah.
Okay. Because yeah, okay, I'm fine with that.
Cool.
John's fine with that. Alphonse is meh.
Alphonse does not notice that she notices. He thinks he's
It's
being very
true, it's
sneaky.
true,
Yeah. It's like, this is the perfect hubbub. I can grab these notes and...
Right, of
Yeah.
course.
We should also check out that apothecary.
Oh, yeah.
The herbalist.
Does anyone know what he was talking about? Valentina, is there an apothecary down here?
Of course, there's a herbalist that sells less than known herbs.
Perfect.
Which one? Delfino's your brother, right, Venus?
No.
No, Delfino's the lover.
Lover number 1.
Lover number 1. Okay, that's what I thought. I couldn't remember names for a second, though. So,
Before
I didn't say Delfino's name, though.
No,
I just described...
you just described him. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
yeah, that's why I'm like, would Mia
Did any of us pick up on that?
know based
Yeah.
on the description?
If you think you would have, you can. I don't know. Alphonse has not interacted a ton with Delfino. Mia has, so I think Mia would probably pick up on it if you want her to.
I've
But
only interacted with him so much as that Venus had me pretend to teach him about trees so that
right.
Oh,
Yeah, so
God.
You can recognize who Venus is describing to if you want.
Yeah, that's concerning. Before we leave, though, can I ask either him or Valentina, like, as someone who's uninitiated...
Robert is gone.
Robert left. He took
Can
his
I-
tongueless mouth and left.
Can I ask
It's gonna
Valentina?
go away soon.
It already went away.
It's gone. Can I ask Valentina, as someone uninitiated into these utensils, like, where does one even put them?
It depends on what you're using them for.
What a crude
Oh.
question, Alphonse.
I'm sorry, I'm not a frequenter to the pleasure house or whatever other dens this stuff happens in.
Aren't you addicted to amphetamine or something?
It's coffee, and that's not important right now, Venus. That is a legal drug.
It's a chemical
I-
dependency, not an addiction.
Yeah, thank you. And I didn't even know we had illegal drugs here, actually.
Aren't you in the city guard?
No, I just do contract work for them.
Just
You would know that if you listened or came to class.
Why do you talk about yourself in class?
I don't, but you don't make conversation outside of class. Valentina,
Yes, dear.
I guess what are the more common places to use this? Let's say someone were starting to use these and exhibiting a lot of forgetfulness. Just asking for a
Oh
friend.
my god.
Where would I check to see if they've been using them?
just right in the brain.
Outside of the brain, of course.
Give me a persuasion check.
Oh, okay.
It's versus.
Actually, I didn't mark any of the ones down from the Duel of Wits, so I should do that really quick.
It's versus her will, so it's up 5.
Oh, well, I can't make that.
Win?
Well, you can get a difficult test
I can't.
or challenging.
Did we say, do we only get one test per Duel of Wits?
Yes. Per
One test
per skill, yeah.
per Duel of Wits. Yeah.
Right, okay. So let me...
I feel like if he makes this and loses, then she's done and we have to leave.
And the routine doesn't matter.
He just wants. I think she will think less of him,
Oh, okay,
probably,
yeah.
but that's
Because he wants
yeah.
to get drugs and use
Yeah.
them on himself.
Forget stuff, maybe.
And she might bring this up at the council meeting, you know?
Oh.
It's like, what do we really want this drug addict on our council?
Oh my god.
But she can't reveal that without revealing.
She's more motivated to solve what happened to the headmistress, though, so she's not just gonna, like, kick you guys out.
Yeah,
Yeah, but she could blackmail Alphonse.
2 versus 5.
Yeah, I mean,
36
that doesn't have to happen now.
I
Yeah.
wanted to.
So she's
Yeah,
like,
and
what
Good
a...
attempt.
Like, she could do that, and then he could blackmail her about the whole underground whatever. So, like...
You
her
can
ammunition
think
very
that you're
good.
as powerful as she is, that's fine.
That's as persuasive.
He
So she
definitely
just-
knows.
She just kind of cocks her head at you when you ask this question. She's like, what a curious question. I don't think I've ever heard of anything like that. And just leaves it.
That's
That
like,
Valentina,
Come now, we're
No.
going to the herbalist.
Right. Yeah. Mia swoops in and it's like, let's check out this herbalist. Do you think, I'm assuming there's probably more than one.
There...
Or maybe
Yeah,
only one who
probably.
deals.
There would be one that would have been like the one noted in the notebook, probably. Or like maybe Robert Stahl is next door neighbors to this one, so that's how he could tell that that's
Okay,
where
yeah.
this man
I'm just
went.
gonna chase Robert
Yeah.
back to his stall.
He's like looking over his shoulder.
Here's Venus. Ready for round 2. So much easier when you don't have anything to work with. It's a blank canvas.
Yeah.
Okay.
Do you guys, let's take a break and then we can do the next bit. It's about
Okay.
that time. And I need a
Sounds
break
good.
after that.
It was so good.
It was so good. So we will be back in a short 10 minutes, and we will go visit the herbalist and find out some more stuff about this mystery. See you soon. And we're back. So, last we left off before the break, you guys were headed up to the herbalist. So that is what you are doing. You're following poor Robert on the way back to his stall, and as you like head that way, you see Robert like rushing over, and he starts to like pack his things. But that's not what you're interested in. You're interested in the herbalist that's next door. So you go up and you see this like crotchety old man that's like hunched over, and you approach him.
Okay.
And he has like an array of herbs spread along his table, and he has like drying ones hanging from the racks. And like little cauldrons for sale and stuff too.
Then I want to have Mia, recognize the herbs, I guess, that she saw being picked.
Sure. Let's do herbalism on 2. Let me look it up to make sure it's the right op. Herbalism. It sounds right, but...
Sounds right.
You don't have all the skills memorized with all the obs, Abby?
I know. I'm sorry.
I wish,
I've let
God.
you down.
That's
Yeah, we'll do ob 2 because identifying uncommon herbs is ob 3. But you're not trying to like know what they are, you're just trying to
identifying them.
recognize them.
I'm
Yeah.
just recognizing them,
Yep.
yeah, from the vision. Okay. Can I fork in poisons?
Yeah.
Yeah. Ooh. What about foraging?
No.
No.
Aw.
We'll stick with poison. Or poisons.
Because this is more academic than like going and searching for them. Nice.
2 for 2. Thank goodness.
So you see, they're not in a collection or anything, but you recognize some of the herbs that you saw in the visions. There's like a purple flowery thing over here with like long skinny leaves. And he has a couple of those, and then there's like some drying herbs that the leaves look like the same shape, and there's an assortment of things that you could gather together to create what you saw.
Yeah. Okay, so I think Mia is kind of like skimming over them, looking at them, like maybe
The old man's like, "Oh yes, are you interested in some of my herbs?"
Yes. I think I've seen a couple of these around, but not such a lovely variety before. Just an excellent selection.
Oh, I do have the best herbs in the black market.
Something to be very proud of. And I think Mia grabs kind of all of the herbs and kind of pulls them together and is like, I've been working on a potion. I wasn't sure. Do you think you might know what would happen if I combined these specimens?
Let me roll for him, because I don't want to say no just right off the bat. He says, well, those little lassie, those would probably, you would not want to put those together. Unless you're trying to kill somebody, they're very dangerous. It's curious that you asked that though, because there was a guy, not just 3 or 4 weeks ago, looking for the same things.
The same things. Interesting. Well, but isn't Is it possible in low doses they could just put you to sleep, or
It'd make you very sick, but maybe.
interesting? Do you remember anything about that gentleman?
I think he came from over yonder.
Looking over at Robert.
Like, oh, Robert's gone home.
Poor guy, he's had a rough day. Hmm. Well, I don't know. I don't have anything else.
Are you
That
interested
man-
in purchasing?
No. Valentina, are you interested in purchasing?
Would you?
These
Would these assist you?
It wouldn't hurt.
Okay then. And she goes up and she pays him, and she like makes sure she like brings you up there and says like, how much do you want? And she puts it on the little scale that he has and lets you like dictate how much you get. So.
Oh, Mia, yeah. Okay, Mia eats it all up.
I would not eat it, but yeah, Logan, what's up?
Have we ever been taught in one of the classes that I've gone to if there is like an herb that you can give to like make someone susceptible to magic or like illusion
Do
magic?
you have sorcery wise? Because that's what it would be.
I have sorcery and I am wise.
Are you though?
Sorcery-wise.
Are you?
Can I help him since I am sorcery wise? Wait,
Okay.
am I just learning?
You're learning it, but you
Hold
can still help,
Oh
I think.
no.
Right?
Okay,
Well, Logan can start learning it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Logan
it's
can start
true.
learning it.
and should start learning.
Yeah, I didn't. I thought you. Never mind. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess. Can I roll for that?
Yeah, it'll be Ob 2, and you'll have it'll be an additional Ob, so Ob 3, because you've only attended 5 classes, so.
I have only attended 5 classes. Is it perception?
Probably. Isn't all wise?
All
are.
wise is our
Hold on.
perception.
Yeah.
So it's so that means it's ob 6 because I double even the.
Oh, geez, yeah. I forgot about that.
Mm.
But that's fine.
Oh well.
That's fine.
That's fine. Good luck.
Ugh. Is Alphonse helping me?
Yes.
Can I fork in another skill I'm learning?
No.
Damn.
Good try, though.
Base ob 3. Additional complications. Oh, is it separate? Would I put that one inside of additional complications?
Is there a separate thing for that?
Yeah.
There is something.
Oh. Yes?
I think
The
it's because
ob-
when you're learning it, the complications are not double.
Oh. Yeah, that's great then.
Yeah, I'm not sure off the top of my.
Base ob 2, complications 1. Let's see what happens. Oh. I'm gonna spend a fate to open
Ooh,
those
yeah.
6s.
2 6s. Nice.
I'm
And
gonna-
another 6. Wow.
oh.
Oh, so sad.
No.
So close, yet so
That was
far.
so close. Yeah, wow.
So you think there might be something there. But you think you might have fallen asleep in class right before they talked about it.
Damn. Alphonse. You already helped me. I can't like ask him to.
No. Alphonse was angry at you for falling asleep, so he also missed the sentence, yeah.
God dang it, Alphonse. Okay, that's fine, whatever. Oh, I was gonna ask this man if he had any conversation with the person who purchased them. Like, did they talk about anything?
He He says, I mean, he gives you pretty much the same information. He's like, well, they were very friendly and they wanted to make conversation and all this, but they didn't tell me much about themselves or what they were using this for. They'd been by a couple of times before, so
They had.
yeah.
Hmm. And what did they buy?
Same stuff.
Previously? The same. When was the last time they were here?
A couple days ago?
Uh-huh. Interesting. How often do they come?
You know, it depends. They've been by more recently, but
Okay. Thank you. And what was your name?
my name is Brandon.
Brandon. What a mundane name for such an eccentric man.
You know, you can't choose your own name.
Actually, you can.
I've never even considered that.
You can change it at any time, technically.
You're right.
Yeah.
You can change anything about you. Robert changed that he didn't have a tongue earlier.
Temporarily.
This guy is not going to interact with you guys anymore.
Okay. I get it.
He does, but he
I
doesn't.
think we're done.
Yeah.
Wait, can I ask him if he knows of any like exotic coffee that I can get from him?
Special coffee.
Not special, just exotic. Special sounds like he's trying to get me to use a gateway drug.
Is that not what you use it for?
He's like, oh, I have some special coffee.
No, thank you, Brandon. I'll try somewhere else.
He holds out a jar and it's filled with like a murky black liquid.
No,
Mm.
that doesn't even look like the same viscosity as coffee. We're
Oh,
done.
it
Thank
must be
you.
cold brew.
Sure.
It's like squid
Venus-
ink black. Like it.
Oh, that's some strong cold brew.
Venus, you go after that strong cold brew. I think I'm done here.
You want?
No. Nope.
Yeah,
Much
sure. Why not? It doesn't taste fine.
You taste it?
No, I was
Or
asking
you
him
ask
if he-
him.
Yeah,
You're like, oh yeah, this is the good stuff.
I'll take it. Yeah.
Okay. You exchange currency for this coffee.
Does he
Oh.
have currency? Does he have resources?
Yeah, and I mean, Valentina's there, so she'll
I
buy
tell him
you
to
guys
put it on
whatever.
Valentina's tab.
Yeah, what does Valentina say about him getting whatever this drug is?
I mean, it's just special coffee.
Uh-huh.
He doesn't.
I like
Not
this
all
stuff.
of the things that he sells are poisonous.
Yeah, well, don't act so suspicious and you'd get more business from me.
You're literally in a black market.
Uh-huh. Yes, that's true. Well, say la vie.
Goodbye.
Bye.
Bye.
Oh, this is ridiculous. Okay. Woo, we need to find this man.
I think I might have an idea.
Who apparently is stalking killer plants.
And people that he
Well,
uses the plants on.
But I am pretty sure the headmistress is alive.
She's also ancient and a very powerful magician.
Yeah,
so
maybe her constitution's stronger than the average person's.
Most
she
likely.
is like a 500 years old or something like that. What are you
Ah.
planning on doing with these?
I'm gonna see if there's a cure. An antidote that can be made.
I think if you put them in backwards order, it makes a cure.
I really don't trust you on that one, so I'm gonna.
No.
ignore
I
you
think
said
this
it.
was one of the classes I went to. Yeah.
Right. No. But I'll tackle that another time. Are we all thinking it's the same person?
Mm-hmm.
A certain special someone.
I don't know about special.
Mia does terrible winks at you.
She's just blinking at me.
Yeah.
She's like,
What do you? Is there something wrong with your face, Mia? Are you having one of those?
Venus is like, here, let me help.
no, you know.
Oh, I know, Mia, and we'll burn that bridge when we get to it.
Shouldn't we burn it now?
Don't you mean cross, not burn?
No.
At the very least, we need to question him.
Mm-hmm.
I think that would be a poor decision.
Wait, we should see if Brandon knows anything that will loosen some lips to sink some ships.
Sink some ships.
Sink some ships.
I can. We don't
Loosen
need to
those
resort
lips.
to. We don't. We don't need to resort to mundane plants. We're 2.5 capable. 1 and friends capable magic use.
Not sure who he's trying to slight here.
I don't think any of us are capable, really, at the end of the day. But
Yeah, I think
I
Mia
just
and
gave
I
a
are-
man speech. Okay.
I mean,
terrible, terrible speech.
What have
we
you
could
done?
barely
Burned down a city?
understand him. That's an
I have.
accomplishment.
I can.
Somebody
burn down
passes
his
you
little
by and they're
cottage.
like, that is an accomplishment, and they keep walking.
Who even
Yeah.
are you? You don't go here.
Okay, well,
I assume we're like walking back up to
Yeah,
the House of
yeah.
Pleasures. Okay.
It's a pretty long trek, so you have some time to talk. But you like leave the cave and you continue around and go back up the spiral
I
staircase. At the
do
end
want
of
to
the
ask
hallway.
Valentina,
Yeah.
do these tunnels traverse the entire city?
For the most part, there are some blank spaces, but
I would hope over the guard tower, I say very loudly.
you know.
Because these seem like the perfect place to hide if you're an evil person trying to do secret things,
Like burning
It's
down
true.
cities.
like kidnap people and raise the dead.
Are you accusing me of running my black market incorrectly?
No, I'm saying, do you have any knowledge about someone hiding down here?
To my
Maybe
knowledge,
dangerous.
there's no one hiding down here that should not be.
Or Valentina, if the tunnels are as widespread as you say, is there any possibility that there are just areas you don't know about or don't check?
She knows as much as she needs to, and I don't appreciate you saying she doesn't know about something.
Venus, if you'll recall, I didn't ask you a goddamn thing.
If you'll recall, I'll knock your teeth out.
Let's go right now, Venus. I would love to fight you.
Boys, we all know both of you have humongous things. Now go deal with this some other way, please.
Valentina, back to my original question.
Alphonse, I think I may agree with Venus here. You're asking some interesting questions, and I don't believe I'm inclined to answer them.
Valentina, I'm inclined to get more information out so that we could do this independently. It's alarming to hear and to learn and to see that there are such a vast network underground, and I respect that you showed those to us without even really even a thinly veiled threat as to our secrecy.
Alphonse, that is
So-
because I trust Venus to take care of anybody who might spill my secrets.
Sure, and what I'm saying is I don't want to spill your secrets either, and I just want to make sure that any liability that could come back to you is taken care of. Are there areas that we could check for you?
It's gonna be persuasion up 5 again. Because
Oh my
that's how
God.
persuasion versus high will people it works.
Can a challenge? Can I use a challenge as a difficult?
No.
Is it still destroyed?
No.
Oh my
you
god,
can never
I hate
replace them
that.
for something else.
Can I help her?
Yeah.
Fuck off.
How do you help her?
I
I mean,
wanna
I
help
guess you did help her.
Alphonse, though.
Okay, Venus did help Valentina. How does Mia help Alphonse?
Okay, I would like to resolve that separately. He threatened to brawl, and I would.
What are you doing?
Mia kind of looks at Valentina and is like, it's not a question of how much you know. It's just a question of that there's too much to know. There's too many empty spaces, and something is obviously happening without everyone knowing what's going on. So at the end of the day, I don't think that you're in any way involved with the disappearances, but we need help knowing what is going on down here, because this seems like an immense resource for someone to take advantage of to cause harm to the city.
Cool. Logan, can you roll me persuasion and just see if you get a success?
A single one.
Yeah.
Ooh. Oh, wow. My persuasion's way lower than I thought it was.
Fist fight. Fist fight.
This fight me.
No, I don't.
Okay, so you don't actually help her. You're just like, yeah.
You're just her hype man.
Yeah.
That's all I am.
So it's persuasion on my part. I get one modifier. Yeah.
Yep.
Okay, and so I have a persona, right?
Yeah.
And I could use that,
Yeah.
You could.
and it feels very reckless too. So I'm going to.
Perfect.
So one.
We like
mod-
reckless. Big moves,
We-
remember?
Big moves. That's what we're here.
Big
for.
burning wheel moves.
That's why I just threatened to brawl with Venus. So I get to say one Artha too. Is that
Yep.
right? Okay.
Venus gets physical in one way only, and he's not interested in getting physical with you.
And it is a base odd 5. That's interesting because when you flirted with me before, it sounded very different.
Yeah, it's called flirting, getting your hopes up, and then ghosting.
Whoa! 4 6s?
Oh my god.
And I'm a routine test away from upgrading my persuasion, by the way.
You
I
didn't
am
even need-
blown away.
Wow, that's an amazing roll.
Thank you so much, Mia, for your help.
You're welcome.
Mia's help was the 4, probably.
It's good for me because I got a challenging test.
Oh,
out of
yeah,
it,
that
so.
is-
Yeah.
Wait, that's difficult, though.
No, but for me it's
You
challenging
don't-
because I use
yeah.
my persuasion
Yep.
with none of the bonuses or Artha or anything.
Well, that's crazy. Why don't we help each other more?
Yeah, you should.
Yeah, right?
I mean, I
Because
have
we
been.
don't act as a team. Mia's more of a team player. Mia
So,
plays both sides.
She does,
yeah,
yeah.
she does.
No,
Valentina,
I play one side, which is mine.
you present this argument to her. She says, well, we do have regular patrols that go out, but I suppose there is one area that you could go check out if you wanted. We usually don't go down that way. It's pretty dangerous, and there's some inhabitants that usually give us issues, but I mean, if you're welcome to go down there if you want. I can show you where it is.
When you say dangerous and inhabitants, what more information do you have?
The last people that went down there did not return, so I do not know.
And you, sure.
And that is why we don't go down there anymore.
Checks out. I mean,
That's a good reason.
sure. I think the three of us would be happy to take to the task.
Maybe later.
Perhaps after we interview a suspect.
But if you could tell us where it is, we would appreciate it.
Mm-hmm.
So she kind of gives you directions. She says, if you ever need to come back down to the tunnels, just let me know and I can escort you. I could take you there. But it's just, that way and around the corner and down the street and whatever. So
Wait, so she gives us above ground directions, basically?
no, she gives you tunnel directions.
Okay.
And she says
Tunnel
if you ever
glitch.
want to re-enter the tunnels, if you're leaving now, she'll let you back in.
There are never emergencies in the tunnel, right?
Such as?
This unknown dangerous inhabitants come swarming through your marketplace?
Not yet?
Okay, okay. You seem not concerned about it, so I'll just trust you.
It is my job to be not concerned, Alphonse.
You do run the House of Pleasure.
This is true. I think we can explore that area maybe at a later date
Mm-hmm.
when we're more prepared.
Sure.
Alphonse, with your engineering mind, you kind of like, you can picture where the tunnels would kind of like, where this area that she's kind of talking about is. And it is like underneath the mountain that the magic school resides on.
Of course it is.
Yeah.
Right, sure. Do I know how deep the dungeons for the magic school go?
The dungeons for the magic school?
Mm-hmm.
Like Professor Frank, I
Yeah,
guess?
not super deep. Like,
Okay,
not to
so
the,
we're
not...
not-
underneath the mountain by any means.
Okay, we're not talking like Hogwarts style.
No.
Okay, good. Not good, but okay.
And they go deep, but assuming that the rest of the tunnels are at the same level as the undermountain tunnels,
Mhm,
everything would
mhm.
have to be like below sea level, basically.
Okay,
Because
got it.
yeah, so it's deep.
Okay. Cool. Cool.
Are you checking that out, or are you leaving?
I think we're leaving.
Okay.
I don't want to fight.
Mm-hmm.
So she takes you back. You re-enter the House of Pleasure through the little personal library, and you survive the tunnels, so that's always a good thing. Your first delve into the black market. Good times. So yeah, you end up back in the House of Pleasure, and she kind of like sees you off and asks you if there's anything else you need, and tells you good luck on your quest and all that stuff.
What?
Mia,
Venus.
do you want to help me with something while we're here?
What?
Let me show you.
Mm.
Alphonse, you can come too.
Oh, how gracious.
And I want to leave like we're leaving, so I want Valentina to not know that I'm here. And then I want to go to Victoria's room.
Mm-hmm. Sure. You can get there.
Take a circuitous route.
Yeah, close. Venus, not fucking Mia.
Yes.
Do you see this man here?
Mm-hmm. He seems very ill.
He's on death's door.
Well, we can send him on his way.
Yeah, we could. But before that, you know how when you first got here, there was that thing that they did to all of the students and you were not a part of it?
Yes.
I would very much like to no longer be a part of it as well. And you're really good at
Why?
you're really good at, illusion-y nonsense.
I don't think it's an illusion, it's a trait.
Yeah, Venus, I'm not happy about it either, but it's happy about me, but I mean, it was literally the work of a dozen masters.
Yeah, and I'm not going to cancel their magic. I'm merely going to move it off of me and onto this man.
Ingenious. Who is this man? Abby, can I
Yeah,
see if there
who
are
is
similarities?
this person?
There aren't, because we're not blood related.
Yeah, they don't look the same at all. Victorio is also very good looking, but in a very different way.
Okay. Hmm.
He does look like Valentina though, so you can intuit that. Yeah.
Interesting. How the turntables.
Is he also related to Valentina?
Mildly.
Mildly.
Oh.
Okay.
How delicious.
Let me put it this way. He won't be for long.
Venus, you know relations like that last beyond death.
Who said anything about death?
What do you mean then?
I'm not going to kill this man.
Oh no, I assumed you brought us out here to do.
I need to do this other thing before we.
Well, I'll help you, Venus, because at the end of the day,
You want the challenging skill test?
no, not really.
Not to metagame in game.
At the end of the day, I have no stakes in either you being free or not free or this man's condition.
Do you remember that thing you did the other day when you did that weird type of magic? I've never seen it before. You were like drawing in the sand and there was some voodoo going on. You were using folklore.
Oh, yeah, that's using like rustic magic.
Is there anything that can like help me in this? Maybe like a ward that can protect from magic, but after the fact.
No, not usually, unless the GM wants to make an exception. Folklore is in reaction to creatures.
Yeah, I agree.
I
think,
so
let's see.
It would have to be something special.
That's
Yeah, I was saying like use it to protect yourself from something, and then I could help use that to like get something off of me and onto somebody else. Like use it in an unorthodox way.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Where
that's
is
why I
that
was
lady
saying
with
the
her
GM.
beans? I need it.
Where's the bean lady? My favorite.
Oh, I found her. That's the best art. Charms, wards, remedies. Remedies can be used to counteract curses.
Oh!
Oh, well, that.
But is a trait a curse?
Yeah, that's a good question.
Yeah, it is, because when I can give people traits that are curses,
Yeah, you could
they
try.
call it a curse.
Yeah, but I have to make a remedy now.
Yeah.
What does that mean?
Mia, why should he be the only one outside of you exempt from what the masters at the school deemed was appropriate?
It's the only one that's asked for my help so far.
No one else has asked.
I can give it to you too, Alphonse, if you'd like.
Mia, I would like you
As a showing of faith.
not just to give me that. I would like you to not give that to Venus instead.
Why?
That doesn't help any of us.
It doesn't help any of us. Which side are you on here, Alphonse?
If the assistant headmistress thought that we needed to be able to speak about the headmistress's disappearance, she would have so told us. Since she didn't, I have to assume that there's a reason for us not to be able to talk about it.
So why would you want to be able to talk about it then?
I don't want to be able to talk about it. I want
You
you
just
to
asked
stay.
Mia to
No,
put
no,
it
no,
on
no,
you
no,
and
no,
not
no,
on me.
Oh, I misspoke. Instead of me being able to talk about it, I just want you to stay not being able to talk about it. For as much as we have already been talking about in this conversation.
Well, I can't just whip up the remedy. You know, it's not like it just appears out of nothing. So it's going to take me time to make it anyways. But I can't... I don't know. I guess, Abby, what do you think?
Yeah, what is this thing I want to do?
We could do a remedy which would cure him, or he can try and transfer the curse.
Yeah, you can do either, I think. Either.
Oh.
Yeah, either is fine. Whichever.
Can I do one to help the other? Like, I want a
No.
remedy. Okay. You can't, like, fork in a remedy.
No.
No, remedies. It's
You
like an
can
item.
either have Mia make a remedy that,
Which
like,
I could fail I could fail it either of these.
Yeah.
So.
No, I want to transfer it onto him.
Okay. Let me flip to trait. So it's gonna be 1.
I mean, I love the folklore test, but I'm not that good. Maybe let's start a little smaller before we're curing traits.
How long do you want it to stay on him? Forever? So it's
Yeah.
up 7 then.
What the fuck? What's a shorter time frame?
That's for adventure. You could do session, which is not for very much longer. So
Ob 7.
yeah, let me run you through it. To
Remedy
make sure
is
I did it
sounding
right.
better and better.
So it's up 2 for a curse or detrimental effect, plus the trait cost, so 1. So that's 3. It's a single target, 1 person, which makes it 4, and then it's adventure, which is plus 3, so 7. But it's sorcery, which is not like it's open-ended already.
Oh yeah, that's so helpful. Oh my god. So I have 3. I could name it. I could have Mia's help. I could do it double carefully. And I could spend a persona.
And then you could fade.
And then I could fade.
Yeah. Double carefully makes it more dangerous.
Big moves.
Big moves.
Big
Once-
moves.
Let me know before you start rolling dice if that's what you decide to do.
Why?
Because Alphonse is just intrigued to find out.
Gonna get him out of here.
Could we? Oh my gosh. Does anyone
John is-
know like Cercination or?
No.
What?
Oh, let me summon a demon to help me.
You do that.
Let's not.
Big
No,
moves.
Big moves. I was trying to think if there was some other way we could get advanced.
Can I go to the door and like call a maid and be like, please escort this man out?
Who are you?
Logan.
Alphonse. I want Alphonse gone.
Logan. Logan knows that John wants to know what Venus is doing. Venus does not know what Alphonse wants to do.
No, Alphonse just said he doesn't want Mia to do it. So if we're gonna
Yeah,
do it,
it's
I
true.
don't want Alphonse there.
But you only decided after John said he wants to know if.
Okay, no, Mia
Logan decides
cuts the
on
crap.
something.
Mia looks at Alphonse and she says, I'm going to help Venus cast this spell.
Okay.
Are you going to interfere, Alphonse? Or are you going to sit there? Or are you going to help?
I'll sit here. I'm intrigued to see what happens when you all screw up.
Fine. We'll be making big moves on this side of the room. You can make little moves over here.
Then go sit over
Sure.
there.
Go sit in the
Wow.
little move section.
Oh, I'm happy to sit in the little move section. I pull out a piece of chalk and start drawing like geometric symbols on the ground, and then I sit in the middle of them.
Not Cercination circles, just random. So, okay.
He's just
They
trying to
look
psych us out.
intimidating. I think.
Triangulation, not cercination. Yeah.
They are very geometric, if you must know.
So, I'm gonna cast this spell.
Uh-huh.
Yes, you are.
You do
And
it.
I am going to name it. Oh, I have 2 good ones and I can't decide which one.
You could say both, and then we can have anyone who ever
No.
comes back.
I'm
to
not
this
gonna give it a
podcast-
funny name. I'll just give it.
Ugh.
I'll name it like
Give it a cool name.
Transpellification.
That was not good at all.
No.
Mine was what's mine is now yours,
Ooh, I like
That's
that.
pretty good.
which
Yeah.
That's
is good.
better. That's
How do you
much
come up
more-
with names so quick for spells, but everything else you have to like dwell on it for months?
Because I like being dramatic, and making up spell names is very dramatic.
Yeah.
Okay, what's mine is yours. Origin, trait. Perfect. Trait is evasive? Is that what it
Yeah.
was?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, so
So let's
this is
count 'em
good.
out.
Okay. 3
It's your base.
is my base. You are helping.
You only have
So this
3
is-
sorcery. Oh, no.
Yes.
pathetic.
3. So you're helping me. I just named it. I want to do
Oh,
it double carefully.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna spend a fate or a persona.
Yeah.
So that's
Persona.
over here. So that's 8. Any other things? I can't fork in anything.
No.
Can you fork in?
I can't fork because I'm
astrology?
helping. Can have
Astrology.
advantage because not Delphino. Victorio's in a weakened state, so he can't resist.
Is that? What do you usually resist with?
Probably
Perception?
roll.
You don't. I just make the roll against.
I mean,
an
it's
odd
not
that's pretty
really a
perfect.
versus test, but I'm just in the fiction. I'm saying,
Yes.
situation.
Yeah, I think that makes sense. Because I was trying to, because you all got to try to resist the spell initially, and I think it was with perception. Because if it was will, I think it makes sense for him to be still functional. But if
Yes.
it's perception, then I think you can have an advantage die.
Okay. You can only ever have one advantage die, right?
No?
Yes, and only one health.
Oh, really?
Okay. Okay.
I thought advantage you could have more.
No.
Okay, well here we go. So that's modifiers 5. Oh my god.
I'm so nervous.
Plus 1 Artha.
Plus 1 Artha. Base ob 7. I do not want to click this button.
I am so excited because it's good for me either way.
What's the sum? Is it literally 7v7?
No.
No, it's 7v9 at the moment.
Oh my
Sure, that can
god.
work out.
Jesus.
Oh no!
2 6s, fade it. Oh no, it's already open.
It's already open. You can spend a fate to
But you can
re-roll
still
a failed
re-roll
one.
a fail.
Can I spend more than one fate?
Which
Can I,
is
spend-
hilarious because you only. No,
No,
I
you
guess the
can't.
6 explodes. Yeah, so you can just spend 1 fate. I'm assuming
So
you
it's
want to do
not-
that.
Yes.
Yeah, it already
Yeah.
exploded.
Mhm.
Oh my god.
You need to roll a 6 and then something else.
There's like a not
Failure. Failure.
That was such a bad roll.
Big rolls. Yeah, that
Yeah.
was bad.
Not great.
You get a difficult test for sorcery.
It's not even fucking challenging.
And I get challenging. Yes! I am so excited. I just need 2 routine tests, and then I have sorcery 5.
I have literally like 10, like a stupid number of difficult tests, and I've maxed out routine and difficult. I just need a stupid challenging. Oh my god.
So,
I am so ready for this. Can you kill him with a fort test now?
the good news is you're no longer evasive about talking about the headmistress.
Oh Jesus Christ.
I want to take Bretta's suggestion, but it's too much, so I'm not going to.
You almost got soul swapped.
Almost. It would have been amazing. No, but I think
I-
instead you're no longer evasive about the headmistress. But you now feel that Victoro must be protected at all costs.
Oh, the karmic beauty of that. And he's currently dying.
So you release this spell with Mia,
Did it
and
work?
you see Victoro kind of like shudder in his sleep, like whines in pain a little bit. It hurts you
Oh god.
on the inside.
Yeah, it hurts Logan on the inside.
You suddenly feel a strange amount of sympathy.
So
What
much
is this?
empathy.
What is this feeling I'm feeling?
And that day, his heart grew 3 sizes.
Okay, that's fine.
It lasts for the adventure.
True, it will go away eventually.
I can destroy him without hurting him.
Can you? You'll have to talk that one over with Abby. Figure out what the exact sort of situation is. I think
Okay.
Mia looks at you like,
Did
You
it
think it
work? I chime out from the corner.
Wait, it did work, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I can talk about Sophia's disappearance, I guess.
there
Oh,
you
I'm
go.
so proud of you.
Okay, well, mission accomplished. We still have to deal with Victoria or Delfino. Gosh, can't get them
Mhm.
right.
Both, but yes.
Well, yeah. Okay. And you know him best. Both of them, actually.
Yeah. Yes. Should we really do that now? There's not no pressing things we could do.
Like what?
I mean, we're standing next to a dying man.
Do you want to save him? You didn't seem so keen earlier.
I wonder. He fell ill around the time that Ezra fell ill, which, if we're going off of Delfino, was around a time I was complaining to Delfino about Ezra.
Mm.
And so maybe, just maybe, he's under the same affliction that Ezra is currently under, and Sophia might have been under.
Ezra's
so if you-
under an affliction?
Oh yeah, Ezra's in pretty much the same state. I've been checking on him like once a week. He's still fine.
Well, that's a wonderful theory, Venus. Maybe we should go with
You
all
feel very
haste
strongly
to-
that Victoro is not fine.
Which one of us are you telling that
Venus.
to? Oh, maybe
Yeah.
Venus. We should go to
Okay.
Delfino with all haste.
Or Mia could try her remedy on Victoro.
I would be interested, actually, Mia. What if we found out, the more recent interactions with him to confirm that it was Delfino? The herbalist would surely have a cure for whatever he provided to Delfino that would have poisoned him.
Would he? I don't know if that's how herbal. I
Well,
didn't
that's-
go to that class, but I don't know if it's works that way.
Mia would know better than either of us, I presume.
Mia's been to about as many herbology lectures as me.
I trust
Yes,
her
but
more
I
than
have
you.
more natural, just...
Mhm.
The spirits tell me things. I know things.
She
Okay,
she
Andres.
lived with the herbs. You didn't. Neither of us
You're the one
Yeah.
wearing a pot shirt.
did. Who are you talking to?
John Handley.
It's not pine, it's pineapple.
Pineapples. Teen Wheatist? What are you talking to?
Yeah, really. Look who's talking. Oh, man.
Anyway,
Okay.
maybe Mia should see if the origin is true.
I don't even know. Like, Mia has zoned out. y'all are just keep talking back and forth and quibbling about things, and she stopped paying attention. So Mia comes back and is like, I'm going to go to an herbalist and I'm going to see if there is a cure or an antidote for these plants that I now have. If there is, I will give them to Victoro. If not, I will try and find a remedy on my own for you, Venus. But you owe me now for both helping you with this magic and for saving this person. Then we will go to Delfino and we will interrogate him.
And
This is
before
the
that,
order of
you
our
will be
plan.
interrogated by the city council.
And at some point, I will have to go to the city council, but that's not until tomorrow.
Can I look over Victoro's body for like a puncture wound?
Yeah.
I'm
Right.
very innately familiar with the male body.
Sure.
Oh.
Not Victoria's body, though.
No, but all
yeah.
male bodies are the same on the outside.
Sure. Give me perception.
Oh,
Up
thank-
3. Or, anatomy.
What is that?
Yeah, anatomy up 2.
Oh god. Okay. Well, don't have that one open. So let me just. I'm assuming that's perception.
Probably?
I don't know why it would be anything else.
Sometimes the academic ones are. Is it academic? I could have done it if it was. No, it doesn't.
Perception.
Oh, it is. It's will.
What?
Anatomy?
Anatomy is perception.
Oh, this thing is wrong then.
Weird.
It says will for some reason.
Can I have advantage for my intimate knowledge of the male body, the male physique?
Sure.
Thank you, Abby. Base up 2.
Ridiculous.
Oh my gosh.
Why can I not roll for shit?
2 1s in there.
I mean,
Great.
you thoroughly search Victoria's body, and you feel that, like, the human touch is comforting him, and that pleases you. But you don't find any, like, puncture marks or anything. You just kind of, like, give him a nice hug after you finish, and you're like,
A loving,
thank you,
brotherly
brother.
hug.
Yeah.
What a nice. I'll
This
wipe
poor,
the
ill man.
sweat from his stupid brow.
Do we want to call it there?
Yeah, we can call it there.
Because we still have to wrap up.
Yeah. It was an eventful session, guys.
Yeah,
really
I'm having
good.
fun.
Lots happened.
This was good.
Jeez.
I know. I could have sworn we were going to get to Mia's interrogation.
I could
but
have as well.
we
And
got
then
so
stuff
distracted.
happened. Robert happened.
Robert happened.
Poor Robert.
And you know what? I wouldn't give Robert up for the world.
I
so-
wouldn't either, no.
So, Artha time.
Artha time.
I think you guys made some good progress.
Yes.
Yeah.
But let me know.
I think I. Do we think I completed my third belief? Because mine was specifically about finding the potion that was used on the headmistress. Or should we wait until I see another apothecary? It says the herbs from my.
It depends on
vision-
if. It depends on if you want to know what the potion specifically does or not. If you want to keep it, you can keep it. And I'm sure we'll get there really soon. Or we can finish it now.
I think I'd rather finish it now.
Okay. Una persona.
I'll just get rid of it. And I need
I
that
don't-
persona.
Like, for my belief,
Mm-hmm.
Number 2.
Oh yeah.
Like, I completed it and that I can no longer make progress, and I was successful in the one last use.
Yeah.
But,
Sure.
okay,
I'll give you Persona for that.
okay. Great, now I can come up with a new one with this dumb effect.
Yes.
I think beliefs 2 and 3 at least have significant progress for me, if not are completed for number 2.
I think 2 is completed, 3 you made progress.
Okay, cool.
I was confrontational with Alphonse, and I really am suspicious of where his loyalties lie.
Yeah. You should.
Oh.
Especially at one point in telling him to choose a side.
Deflection, that's classic Venus.
Would I have made progress on my first belief?
Yeah.
Perfect. And then the third one didn't come up at all.
Yep, and then Mia didn't have. Okay, instincts. Did your instincts make the story interesting? Drive the story forward?
I threatened to get into a brawl with Venus. Not pursued, I would have today. So no.
Yeah. If you had actually fought him, then yes. Probably, yeah. That would have been
Next
wild.
time.
I
Next
just-
time you mouth off to me, Venus, just wait.
I had the last word in our argument.
True.
That is true. Sure.
No. Especially when we did our duel.
Oh yeah, you got defeated technically, so.
Yeah, but I spoke last.
No, you literally chose to walk away. And so I think mechanically we said just for it.
No, because
But
I
in
said,
reality,
she's
it
my
was-
mother. And then the conversation was over.
Okay.
Oh, it's true. True. And
You're not
we
wrong.
did a weird abridged ending because it was almost definitely that you were gonna win, John. so.
Oh, absolutely. You were eviscerated.
What is...
Uh,
When do you get... I don't understand how instincts work. when
You
do
get-
get
Instincts have to make life difficult.
Mhm.
it?
That's
Yeah,
true.
make life difficult.
I mean, they asked me about my relationship to Valentina, so I doubled down and deflected, and then that caused that stupid Duel of Wits.
Yeah, I would say either way you got one.
Yeah.
You mean I doubled down and you deflect,
Yeah.
or however you phrase that.
No, and I didn't knock your teeth out, so...
Yeah, let's give it a try next time. I'd like to see what your brawling score is.
I'll just give you an abnormally long tongue.
I can hinder you as fast as you trade me.
That's true.
Well, I'm the only one here with sorceress, or close to almost having sorceress fire. So
Yeah, well, for
don't make me
different
bring it
plans,
out.
It's worked out so well.
I
I at
think
least have.
I have the highest
weapon.
sorcery here, so
And then did anybody's
4,
traits
but
send the
almost
story in
5.
a new direction? That's the last.
not.
I don't
mine.
know. I'd like to think that Alphonse's interrogation into Venus' connection with Valentina was because of smart and or rabble rouser, but I don't know.
I think, yeah, passionate plays into it too.
That too. Los Trace.
Yeah, I think that's good.
Yeah.
I would petition
Yeah.
that I can have humor or MVP for giving a long tongue to Robert and figuring out that it was Delfino.
I'll give you humor because
Yeah,
that was
humor
a
was good.
terrible response
Mhm.
to an easy situation
literally-
that made a great scenario.
Thank
The
you.
description is an in-character game stopper, and I think that's very accurate.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Thank you.
There you go. Is it a fate?
Yeah.
Okay. Mia, do you have any traits that were wild?
No, I have not been embodying them. I need to get into my Mia zone
That's okay.
again.
It's
Get
been
my
a long
crazy out.
time.
get my vitriolic out.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think any of my trades came up. Yeah.
But good session.
Cool. Yeah.
Yeah,
It was
it was
very
awesome.
fun. More fun than I expected when starting, so that's always good.
And we should be on for 2 weeks from now.
Yep. We're
Yes.
doing Dungeon World again next week. Yeah.
Where I get to make all of your lives difficult.
Yeah.
More so than usual.
More so than usual. I dread Logan's comeback to Nari, but we'll see. She already has a hard life. You don't have to make it more hard, right?
You're
It's
right.
his job. It's in his
It
job
is, it
description.
is. So yeah, we'll be back next Wednesday with Dungeon World and continue on playing these fun RPG games. Thank you for joining us and watching, and we will see you next time. Bye.
Bye.